Okay, so this is part 4, and I'm not sure how. I'm just gonna finish the story, and then I'm gonna do like a labor and delivery, like recap, feelings, all of those kind of things. So that way, because I'm not sure how long my camera is gonna keep recording. So, this is part 4, or part 5. I'm so sorry. I don't know. But this is a part. So, at this point, I'm just happy to be doing this. So again, I left off where they wanted to order Pitocin. The IV was put in. It actually fell out, and I was bleeding all over the place before anything could really happen. I don't want to say that they had kind of like given up on me at this point, but it was like I'd been pushing for almost 5 hours, and he wouldn't come out from under my pubic bone. So my midwife had called in the backup OB. He is actually one of the #1 perinatologists in the country. I totally trust him. Totally happy that he is the backup OB for that practice. Felt completely comfortable with him. He is so natural focused and mother baby focused, family focused that I felt totally in his care. Just I felt awesome being in his care, and I knew that he would have our best interests at hand and that he would be the best to do it. So there was a lot of upset at this point. I do remember my husband and I talking before they had even tried to administer the Pitocin. When we were talking about, we just have to do what we have to do at this point. We didn't know if it was going to come down to a C-section, and I kept telling him, I was like, I can't have a C-section. I don't want to have a C-section. Because at this point, again, I was just really, really worried that that's what it was going to come down to. I didn't know why my body wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. I felt, I guess it's kind of sad that I didn't have the empowering birth, completely, just completely natural labor that I wanted. And it was natural except for the next part that I'll tell you about, which is the forceps use. I didn't have any pain medication, any other sort of augmentations aside from the water being broken, which again, I will do a labor and delivery recap and kind of talk about, the decisions that we had to make along the way and our mindset. So finally, I remember in between them calling the doctor, so this was like about an hour that had elapsed between 2:42 and the time that the doctor had gotten there. I kept running to the bathroom and basically handling my contractions in there because, again, I just felt like I could better deal with them being alone. And, my husband would come in and we were talking, and, I just kept asking, when's the doctor going to be here? We have to get this going. When's the doctor going to be here? I have to get my baby out. I think that the thing that saved us the entire time was the fact that the baby's heartbeat was perfect. And that was wonderful and a great peace of mind. So I was going to say one more thing. I don't even remember. Dang it, it was a good thing too. Anyway, 4:05, the doctor finally got there, and he was very kind, very calm, very reassuring. He went ahead and did the exam and kind of assessed where everything was, and he said, I think that this is going to be great. You're a good candidate for this. Let's go ahead. So and again, during all of this, I was still like having contractions, and we were working through this. I do remember what I was going to say. When I was in the bathroom laboring before the doctor got there, Doug had come in a couple minutes after me into the restroom, and he said, you might see some more medical personnel here. With the forceps, they want to just make sure that everything's okay with the baby. And at that point, I don't think that I was really registering that they were going to, try to take my baby away right away. But I said, okay. My husband was trying to prepare me for, to prepare me, which I just am so grateful for. Well, I went, back out, and that's when he did the exam and everything. And I told him, I said, if everything's okay with him right away, can I please have him right away? Can I please have him put on my stomach right away? You know, and the doctor, I believe he was just very reassuring and said yes, that, you know, that they would do that. And like I said, again, he's very natural, very family oriented. He would, you know, want that for us, I know. So with a little bit of assistance with the forceps, it was the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my entire life. And I remember screaming as such. It was just all of this pain all at once. And it was this, it was everything. It was burning, it was tearing, it was, I don't even pressure. I don't know how to explain what it was. It was just, I felt like my entire ladyhood down there was just being ripped to pieces. And it wasn't because of the forceps. I mean, I'm sure part of it was because of the forceps, but I think it was just all at once. You know, the baby moving down and